When I get home from prison, Kimmy's gonna say, how we gonna earn a living? How we gonna get some pay? I'll reply with a little bit of anger. I'll earn my living as a stolen valor ranger. Stolen valor every hour. Super chats, that's my power. Blood, sweat, virtual danger. That's the life of a stolen valor ranger.
Kaiser, this is your father, the wit, god of bullshit. Go forth amongst the people of the earth and con them out of their money on YouTube.
Hello, everybody. No, it's kind of late in the evening, but and everything, but I got some things I want to get off my chest. And interesting, hope in sequence. It'll all play in and make sense when I'm done. So, for you people that want to sit here and listen and everything, that's cool. And that hit the like button, share it out, because I'm not going to repeat myself several times. I've done that in the past. And, first off, Happy New Year's to everybody. Hope everybody has had a great New Year's. So we're starting a new year, so might as well just start it off right. Let me give a little history lesson here for some of you that may be listening to this in the future or listening to it live that don't know. 4 years ago, I started this channel with my wife and my family. And, we started off doing auctions here on YouTube and things like that because we found storage units and other buyers that we liked and everything to that nature. Over the last few years, the people that have grown to know us and that have really grown to know us, that we talk to off of YouTube, and that people have come and gone. Some of us, some we still talk to, some not so much. But that happens. That happens in everyday normal life. Sometimes people come into your life for a reason or a season. Over the last 4 years, we have made a lot of friends and a lot of people that we love and we respect that have been good to us. Even up to this point now, we still have people that we really enjoy interacting with and meeting new people and following us in our videos and our documents that we put up up here, whether it be about our activism, our storage adventures, or whatever the case is, just daily life. Let's fast forward a little bit. I have been coming on here and, giving people updates on my father and things to that nature. My dad is currently in the hospital. It's not going to be easy recovery for him, which brings me to my point. I've been lying to you guys as far as my mental health. I come on here and I try to be very strong, and I know that there's some shit going around. I've heard that I'm a grifter and I'm taking advantage of people, and the only reason I'm here is so I can con people out of money. So let me put this shit to bed for you real fucking quick, because I don't come on here to grift money from anybody, first off. Okay, I have asked people for help, and thank you for everybody that's helped us. But my mental fucking health right now is not exactly what it's supposed to be. And I come on here and I put on a smile because I want everybody to see a strong person. And a strong person can only take so much before they fucking break. So I'm going to stop lying to everybody and saying that I'm okay, because I'm not okay. I deal with a lot of shit in a day, more than some people could fucking fathom. And I'm not complaining, because God has blessed me with a beautiful family and a beautiful life. I'm not coming on here asking for your sympathy. I'm coming on here to ask you, people have mental health issues. We have veterans that have mental health issues. And that I am currently, not even going to lie, currently seeking help, and that from my doctor, to deal with my mental issues. It doesn't affect my family, because I'm not mean to them and I'm not mean to other people. But mentally, when I try to lay down at night at sleep, I can't turn my fucking brain off. I keep seeing shit in my fucking head that I can't deal with, because I don't talk about it to people. And I've been trying over the last few days, to put on a strong face for my family and my friends. And that because of my father. He's been in the hospital. When I called him today, he told me he couldn't even remember the last 2 days. And that's heartbreaking. But a man can only take so much. And come to find out today, I've got people running their mouth in the background. Well, I'm going to show you guys something, okay? Let me do a little fact check for you motherfuckers that want to run your fucking dick beaters, okay? And that, so we can clear the air. We're all on the same fucking level. And no, this is not directed at any certain body or anything. I'm just gonna since you little chirpers in the background want to run your fucking mouth, I'm gonna show you something, okay? Then you can screenshot this fucking shit, as my buddy Angry Vet likes to say. God bless you, Angry Vet. I love you, brother. So, this is for you motherfuckers out there that want to run your mouth. Especially the little son of a bitch that run his mouth today and said, well, you know, the only reason this person is the only reason he's doing this and everything just for clicks and fucking views. Well, I'm going to show you something, you little fucking dickweed. You know who the fuck you are. Look. This son of a bitch ain't going to show it, but it's too bright. Maybe if I do it like that, maybe it will. Nah, it's not going to. There we go. Once you pass $100, my last payment from YouTube, and that was $117, April 22nd, 2020 fucking 4. Okay? For you sons of bitches that want to run your fucking mouth. In donations from people, and that has been way less than that. And don't get it twisted, okay? Don't get it fucking twisted in your fucking mind that I'm doing this for money, because it ain't for fucking money. I'm doing it because I want to document it for my family, for my kids, whether it be good or bad. If you don't want to be here and you don't want to support this channel, then kick fucking rocks. You don't want to be around? You don't want to hear what we have to say? Don't fucking watch. It's that fucking simple. Because when it's all said and done, I'll sit here with the 8 fucking people that are listening to me and everything, that support what we do and why we do it. Because those are the people that give a fuck. The rest of you are just there just to get a nut. And yeah, that's my mental health talking right now, because I'm tired of stressing over shit, by God, that don't even matter. Over some dumbass that wants to run their fucking mouth. So let's go back 5 months ago when I took time off. You know why I took time off? I'll tell you why I took time off. Because some crazy motherfucker run his fucking mouth and was stalking my soon-to-be 17-year-old daughter. Any man would do the same thing until they found out if it was credible or not. Turned out it was. Now, back to my dad for a second. My dad is laying in the hospital. I can prove that. I can call the nurse if you for you people saying I'm just doing it for sympathy. And that, if you'd like, I'll call him. I mean, it's only 11 o'clock at night. They'll answer because I have a direct number to the nurse's station. The whole point is people are too quick to pass judgment. Hey, Pam, how are you, honey? This lady right here, she's been with us from day one. She'll tell you, she knows me and Mary. She knows our heart. And I'm not okay mentally, guys. I'm not. I'm not okay after watching people get arrested for no reason. I'm not okay because we live in a world where people had a lot rather follow our murdering, lying, unaliving, veteran killing cocksucker, and that instead of seeing the truth. You don't have to agree with my views. I'm not forcing you to agree with me. Hell, I don't agree with a lot of people. Do I support them? You damn right, because they're doing the same thing that I'm doing. They're standing up for their rights. They're standing up for their freedoms. They're standing up for a veteran, regardless of whether you like the motherfucker or not, who gave his life. You may not have been physically gave his life, but he gave his fucking life from up here. Up here, guys. He took time away from his family, his friends. And you want to kick him when he's down. Not just him. AVA. Same thing. You want to make fun of him because his views don't support yours. My uncle. Let's go back further than that. My grandfather, a great man, was in the 4th Marine Division, fought in World War II, fought in Iwo Jima. Unfortunately, he lost his life to cancer when I was a very young man, a very young kid, excuse me. I was probably 7 years old when he passed. My Uncle Jimmy, who ended his watch earlier this year because he couldn't get the help for up here that he needed. Does that make him lesser than a man? No. No, it don't make him a lesser man. It just means that he couldn't take it no more. I'm watching another man right now, angry vet, going through issues, and people are fucking with him. And that because they don't agree with the way he walks or how he talks or his beliefs. Well, you don't have to agree with it, but that don't mean you persecute a man or you drive him to whatever, you know? AVA is the same way. You can only kick a lying dog for so long before he bites your ass. Think about that for a second. Look what happened today, or I should say yesterday, in New Orleans. An unhinged terrorist, unalived. The last count I heard, I haven't done an update, 10 people, injured 30 others, maybe even more. I don't know. Like I said, the last I heard was 30. Over something that probably could have been prevented if people had been listening. See, I haven't watched the update. It bothered me, but it triggered me, and I had to stop watching it. Now, let me give you a little history lesson about me, my friends. Y'all can use this however you want to. You can say I'm being dramatic, or whatever. You people that are following me and unfollowing me to fuck with my algorithm, algorithm. You think I give a fuck about you fucking with my algorithm? I'm not doing this for money. You're not going to shut me up. For 6 months, I was unmonetized, and I still stood here with the same fucking attitude with both fingers up saying, fuck you. Because I ain't doing it for the political gain. I ain't doing it for money. What I am doing it for is for veterans and people that don't have a voice, to document our daily lives for my kids and my grandkids. They can look back on it and they can look at their dad and they can look at their grandpa and said, that motherfucker had a backbone and he stood there with his finger up saying, fuck you, when you tried to put him down. And that's the man that I want to be like. A man who's got a backbone that'll get up every day and go out in the fucking cold and work his ass off for $10, $15 when he ain't got a choice to help his family. That's the guy that I am. You motherfuckers that think that I come on here to beg, you know what? You can all go fuck off, because I do come on here and I ask for help sometimes. Do I get it all the time? No. Do I get it sometimes? Yes. And thank you to the people that have helped. But it ain't about that. What it's about is getting people heard, like the Angry Vet. Whether you agree with what he does or not, this man served our country. AVA, whether you agree with him or not, served this country. But you got a guy, Michael Kaiser, that gets on there and he lies every night about fake military service and where he's been and what he's done and his fake wife and his fake fucking kids and his fake fucking dog. His whole life's a fucking lie. He's a lie. But you got brain dead idiots that follow this guy. Which is still fucking amazing to me. But yeah. So some of you may remember me talking about this. Probably the people that have been following us the longest. So let me take you back 2016, before I moved back to Tennessee, before I married Mary. April 1st, 2016, my life changed dramatically for the lady that I'd been with for 15 years. Had a massive heart attack due to congestive heart failure. April the 11th, she passed away. So it took me a little bit to get over that. You know, that's pretty dramatic, right? It don't go away. So fast forward a year. I meet Dawn. We have a relationship. March 24th, 2020, she passes away with cancer. Didn't know she had cancer. Cancer sucks. Cancer has killed a lot of people. Fuck you, cancer. Right there. Fuck cancer. So let's back up a little bit before that happens. February 2018. February 17th to be more specific. For you people that like to do investigative work and everything. This happened in Citrus County, Florida. I was working at a game room. It's I guess they call it like the internet cafes. I don't even know if they still have them. That's been how long ago since. Anyway, I was working there. I was the manager of the facility. My boss hired this girl. When we called the girl in for an interview, her husband answered the phone. Had a little bit of jealousy going on. And I told him when he hired the girl, I said, dude, this ain't gonna be good. It's bad news. Bad news. So let's fast forward to February 17th. February 17th. I go in to relieve her from her shift. We're counting down the money drawers. For you guys that don't know, I'm actually pretty good with numbers. I mean, I may look like a dumb fat fucking redneck, but I do have a brain. I just don't show it all the time because I like to be funny and I like to entertain. We're counting down the money drawer. Law enforcement comes in, informs us that her husband is on the loose and he's looking to unalive her. They make us go in the back. I've got a store full of people. I get everybody in a safe location because they won't let us out of the building. The store owner keeps a gun there. Yes, I'm a convicted felon. But he's got a gun there. I can get it if I need it. Okay. I'm going to have to protect the people in the store if I need to. You see what I'm saying? Not saying I touched the said firearm. It was there if I needed it. So I get everybody's safety behind the wall, which is pretty secure. I won't go into details because, like I said, I don't know if these places are still open or not. Sometimes you just can't go into detail about some security measures. From my vantage point, I'm watching the surveillance cameras. I see her husband's Kia Sedona come in the parking lot, ram a patrol car, shoves that patrol car into another patrol car, shoves that patrol car into a civilian's car. He starts to get out of the van after he's done run over an officer. The officer that's running along the side kicks the door shut. Her husband pulls up his firearm. And that moment right there that transpired, the whole events changed my life. I witnessed on camera him getting unalived by law enforcement. The first round went in right here, somewhere in here, and the next 46 rounds went in his body. 2 officers with AR-15s, and the one guy with his hand weapon because his AR-15 jammed, and with his duty weapon, I guess, filled him full of bullets. They pulled him out of the vehicle, they handcuffed him, and that's where he laid for the next 12 hours, uncovered, while I'm making sure everybody else is okay because bullets are flying through the building. Thankfully, nobody inside was hurt. And it changed me. I can honestly say that I was scared. I was very shook up. Witnessing somebody be unalived in front of you, whether they were wrong or right, and that will fuck with you forever. This man that I'm talking about that was unalived was a veteran. The VA hospital wouldn't help him. The fact that his wife was a cheating, no-count cunt makes no difference. This man served his country. He was a veteran, and he was mentally fucked up because he watched 2 of his buddies get killed because they took his shift. And he blamed himself. Not only was my life affected, this man's father's life was affected. He watched his son be unalived less than 40 feet from him. I have night terrors. I can't sleep at night because I see this guy laying on the ground. And I keep remembering back about his wife flirting with the cop that was investigating it from Florida law enforcement. You know, the guys that are supposed to investigate each other. Was the shooting justified? Absolutely. 100%. The officers done their job 100%. Except for while this man was laying here and his life was wasted because the VA wouldn't help him with his mental issues, the only thing his wife could think about, and the only thing the investigator from law enforcement could think about while she's her current guy that she's fucking, and that the only thing she can think about is getting with this cop. She leaves the guy that she left her husband for the cop. They have a baby, and guess what? 6 months after that, this guy, the cop, goes to jail for domestic violence, and she runs off with the child. But the poor veteran that this cunt done that to and everything with the mental issues, guess where he's at? Guess where his father's at? At home without a son. Guess where that boy's mother's at? At home without her son. The only thing he done wrong was come back from doing something that he signed up to do. He served our country. He had mental issues. He was thinking about the guys that took his place and lost their lives because he had to call off sick. He blamed himself. And what the VA do? What they do, guys? You know what they done? I'll tell you what they done. They gave him medication, told him, good job, soldier. It wasn't your time. Go home. Go see a psychiatrist and tell him about your thoughts. But in the meantime, here, take these because it'll make you feel better. Instead of giving this man help and addressing the issues. Here, guys, take this little pill because that's what counts. When the man needed understanding, he needed compassion, he needed somebody that had been there, that done that, and could help this man mentally, maybe even lock him up. Not permanently, but for a little while, just to help him get his fucking head straight. But that didn't happen. And it'll never get a chance to happen. Because whether we all want to admit it or not, we're men, and we have our egos, and we try to cover it up. Even when we tell everybody and we're smiling on the outside, you know, we're putting on that big pretty face. Hey, I'm okay. Daddy's fine. Don't worry, honey. Daddy will be okay. Yes, honey, I love you. I'm okay. No worries. We'll get everything taken care of. But inside, right fucking here, right here, you're not okay. You're not fine. You can't sleep at night and you cry tears that nobody fucking hears. But you know what? You get up the next fucking day and you put on that same fucking smile. And you block out all the fucking nightmares and all the fucking night terrors where you're kicking shit over and you can't get it out of your fucking head. And you tell your buddies at work, or you tell your buddies that on social media, or you tell the people out in the street, I'm okay. I'm doing fine. But deep down inside, you know you're not okay and you're not fine. And you can't take it anymore. So you have to reach out for help. It's not because you're crazy and wanting to hurt somebody. You want to help. You want the help. You want the fucking screaming in your fucking head, the voices and shit to stop. And that was because I seen one person die. Imagine how these people feel when they go overseas and they watch people being blown to pieces and shit around them. Because you can't turn it off. No matter what you do, you can't turn it off. And it's the same old shit. Night terrors, yes. You can't turn it off. So you have to talk about it, and that's what I'm doing. I'm not dangerous, guys. I'm not mentally fucking crazy. I'm having to talk about it, and that's why I'm saying I'm a liar, because I can't hide it no more. You have to know. You have to know that this happens to veterans. This is what they go through, but they can't talk about it because people think they're fucking nuts. And instead of helping them, they're like, here's a little bottle of pills, take it. No, that's not the fucking answer. It's not. It may help, but it don't take it away. You got to talk about it. It's the only way you can fucking deal with it. But you know what? People out there don't want to hear about this. This is not what gets clicks and views. What gets clicks and views is you motherfuckers that watch people that are standing up for our rights, our veterans that are being mistreated. You laugh when they get fucking thrown on the ground. You laugh when they get fucking tased. And you laugh because you enjoy their pain. Motherfucker's going to watch this right now and enjoy my pain because you can see it in my fucking eyes. You can hear it in my fucking voice. But this don't get talked about. It don't get the views that it should. We sweep it under a rug like it's no big deal until the next guy rents a U-Haul. Not saying that's what I'm going to do, but I'm just saying. Or he goes on a rage and winds up getting unalived by law enforcement because that's his way out. Not saying that's what I'm going to do, but I'm just saying that's what happens because we can't talk about it, because it's not a pretty subject. So we just package it all up nice and neat and pretend that it doesn't fucking happen. Or we try, here, take this pill so you'll feel better. But it don't make you feel better. It just masks the problems. And then when you stop taking the medication that's supposed to make you feel better, but it don't change it, it don't get rid of the voices in your fucking head. Then they tell you, well, it'll be okay. Just suck it up, princess. You'll be fine. And you wonder why there's VAs or VFWs where you see old motherfuckers sitting around that been through shit, that walk through shit, by golly, they don't talk about, but they do there. Because they know what this guy's gone through. They know what this guy's gone through. And they become a family. And then when they become a family and they're riding motorcycles and they're just having a good time, or they're smoking a little pot and shit, or drinking a little beer, they're the bad guy. Typical bullshit. And then they get classified and stereotyped, and instead of dealing with the issue, you know, it's easier to say, well, they're assholes. They're outlaws. Well, look at his criminal history, but what caused it? What caused him to be like that? Because before he came out, he was a good guy, fought for his country. So, he's an alcoholic, or he's addicted to drugs. Been there, done that. Then when you get sober, that's so-and-so. He's got a criminal record and he got arrested, and, he used to be a drug addict and blah, blah, blah. And it never changes, because no matter what, you're going to be caught in that little stigmatism and that little anger, and people are going to think about who you used to be, and they don't care about who you are now, because whether you're dealing with your issues or not, they don't care. To your face, they pretend to care, but they don't give a fuck. Mr. Wilson, I love you, buddy. I seen you in here, buddy. I was not ignoring you. I promise. That's another good man. And I'll tell you, Mr. Wilson's been with me for a long time. We don't always see eye to eye, but I love that man. And guys, I'm not crazy. I'm not having a psychotic breakdown right here in front of you on YouTube. I'm just telling you, man, that I can't hold it back anymore. I can't fucking, you know what I mean? I've had to I'm asked for help. I'm seeing a doctor. What's up, Card Shop? I need to talk with you too. Maybe you can join me in a stream or something, and maybe I'll get with you, or you can join me backstage, and I'll give you my number. I need some advice from you, because you've been doing this for a long time. Maybe with baseball cards. I don't know nothing about baseball cards. I got a damn thing full of baseball cards and wrestling and hockey and sports and yeah. But that's don't even get me started about that right now. Because yeah. But so now that I've calmed down for a second, guys, and I know it sounds like I'm on a psychotic rant, but I'm really not. Oh yeah, there's some awesome ones that I'm getting fucked on one, but we'll talk. I'll talk about that. That's going to be another video, and I'll let y'all decide how that plays out. Remember, guys, always keep receipts on things because, yeah, right now, currently, because, well, I'll just give you a little bit of it. The guy that I sold a Kobe Bryant card to, and I'm going to put it all together so y'all can see. He contacted me, and I sold him a Kobe Bryant basketball card. He receives the card, tells me it's not real. It's a reprint, which I wouldn't know a reprint from whether it was not, and turns me into PayPal, saying that it was not like it was described, and caused me to be almost $500 negative with my PayPal. True story. They're going to require him to send it back, and I'm supposed to refund him his money. But like I said, I won't make it sound like he's a bad guy because I don't know whether he is or not. But yeah, how do I know? You know what I'm saying? You can switch cards easy, very easy. Mr. Wilson will tell you I got it happen all the time when we was doing Pokemon cards. So, but yeah, that's what happens when you don't know. People take advantage of you, and I'm the dumbass. You know, I can show you receipts where I sent this guy that card. He said it wasn't a relic. I won't show his. I'll just show you pictures. Hold on, I got screenshots. But see, this is the kind of shit that I'm talking about, guys. Not only that, it'll give me a chance to calm down for a second. Try to do this without giving out his address because I don't want to dox anybody. All right, hold on one second. So if I'm trying to screw somebody or I'm going to send them a fake card and everything, because like I said, I didn't know, and I'll show when I put it together, you'll understand. This will tell you how much I thought of the card. I'm not even going to get it where it'll focus in here. See what I insured the card for when I sent it to him? And I paid for that. He didn't pay for that. I paid for that. I paid for the shipping label. That's what I insured the card for. based on a conversation that I had where I believe the card to be real. So let me show you something else. Trust me, changing gears right this second, guys, is what I needed to do. I was getting a little irate. This is the card that I sold him. Sorry about the glare. Which he claims was an auto reprint. Said it wasn't a relic. That's the card. Now I'm going to show you something else because, like I said, I like to keep receipts. When he received the card, this is the only picture that he sent me. Trying to tell me that this is the card that he received and it wasn't the one I sent him. Well, I was in a live stream last night and I wasn't really bringing it up and, and everything. I don't know if I got banned or what, what happened. It's possible. But now this guy's going around trying to say that I'm a fraud. Okay. It is what it is. Well, I appreciate that card. You know me. I don't know nothing about basketball and baseball cards. You know what I mean? But for you people that are going to listen to what I was saying before, and then I'm going to get back off of it because if you know somebody that is suffering from mental issues, reach out to them, call them, ask them how they're doing. Be a friend. Don't wait till it's too late. I'm having to deal with my father and some stuff. I won't go into details because that's personal. My father, like I said, guys, is not in the best of health. He has cellulitis and staph. I believe that's what the infectious nurse told me today. And it's going to be a long little recovery for him this time. It ain't just 2 or 3 days in the hospital and he'll get out. And I got, like I said, got some stuff going on there that I can't talk about. Well, like I said, once I show the whole conversation, bro, and that people see that, we'll just let it go with that. That, like I said, that's a different story. Like I said, that's why you keep receipts on things. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that, Mr. Wilson. Now, I'll be honest with you about something, guys. Have I needed support from people before? Yes. Sometimes it's physical, like mental support, prayers, a kind word, watch a video. I keep saying things like that. And people keep trying to say that I'm a grifter and I'm on here I'm scamming or trying to get people to make money off of them, but it's not. I showed you. I'm not doing it for the fucking money. I'm not even doing it for my fucking health. Because I want to get maybe one person will hear what I had to say tonight will help them. That's what it matters. I want my family to be able to look back when I'm no longer here, and as long as YouTube is up, to look back at my videos. I don't delete videos. I've been made to delete videos because some of my rants or something I've said was a little radical. But that's just the way they silence you, because it don't pay to be a political asshole, or it don't pay to be a cussing, ranting idiot like I was a while ago because I was upset. And I'm sure there's some anti-frauditor channel out there or auditor channel that's going to twist what I said and be like, well, how can anybody follow this guy? Look at him. He's unhinged and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not. I'm not unhinged. Crazy? Maybe. Unhinged? Sometimes. Am I going to hurt anybody? Not today. And you know why? And I'm not a religious person, guys. But it's because I have faith. I have love for Jesus. I have love for my family. I have love for my friends. And sometimes I just need to talk about it. Exactly what he said. Rant, also known as a shoot promo. Exactly. But see, that's the thing. Nobody, the ones that don't want to, the ones that don't want to listen, or the ones that are just here for fucking watch my pain, and that they're not going to share it. They're not going to click like. Matter of fact, they're just going to keep making fake accounts like they've been doing to try to bury me. But see, I'm not going to give these idiots that attention that they're seeking. That's why I'm not going to mention their names. I'm not going to empower them. They know who they are. You show the first hand. Remember, you messaged me, and you know who you are. You messaged me, and talking about, you've been trying to protect me. No, you wasn't trying to protect me. You were trying to bury me. You know who you are. Fuck you and shame on you. I trusted you. You never meant to protect me. You were there to try to stab me in the back the whole fucking time. You knew who you are. Look me in the eyes. Let me look right here in my eyes. I'm not going to have to expose you. You're going to expose you. And while you're running around like a little cockroach, different channels with your fake little accounts and your fake little fucking names and you're sucking fucking Kaiser's dick in the corner, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. Because I'm not the only one that knows what you know. And that's a promise. It's not a threat. I'm not making any threats. I don't want no harm to come to you. Matter of fact, I want you to see it coming. Because your little cockroach ass is running around. And it's going to catch you. And then everybody's going to know what you've done, your lies that you told, who you told them to, and how many people in this community that you've fucked over. But I know what you don't know. Screenshot that motherfucker. Shout out to Angry Vet and AVA, man. I love those two guys. And, you know, they think Angry Vet's mental, maybe. But maybe in a way that they don't expect. Damn, I opened that motherfucker like 7 minutes ago or something before I took a drink of it. I know I nearly dropped a can. Bro, I've got some health issues with my nerve damage and stuff, and the doctors are finally listening to me and not thinking I'm crazy and trying to actually help me now instead of you know. Oh yeah, for y'all that didn't know, maybe missed the stream or something. You know, it's holidays. It happens. I was diagnosed with COVID about 4 days now ago. Yeah. And maybe 3 days ago. Well, probably 4 days now. 3 days ago. Yeah. But I feel fine now. I went to the doctor, got some medicine. It could have been a false positive. I don't know. Could have been. I don't know, but I feel good. But I ran a fever and that I was drinking Theraflu and I've been pumping some vitamins and eating vitamin C and yeah. Taking that mess. They gave me that and they gave me prednisone. And a chicken. Been taking my chicken. Oh yeah, yeah. Uh, the storage unit is called. Oh, I don't even remember what it was titled now. Sorry, bro. I I got all the cards here. I've only gotten rid of that one card. And Artman came in here, and I sold him a beautiful military album and some Kansas City cards and that, and he was very happy. And I sent him some extras because I and that.
Hey, James. Oops. Sorry. You know that was on my. You know that was on my chair.
That's that. All right.
Happy New Year's, James.
Happy New Year's to you too, brother.
I'm sorry you're battling problems. I kind of had rough Christmas myself, but lost my cousin on 23rd to cancer. It sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Totally sucks. I'm sorry. You know I battle PTSD and depression, so that's good. You're talking about it. That's great. You're talking about it. Hi, Mary.
She come in here and get the dogs and to let her out.
I heard her.
She's in heat. We can't let her outside by herself.
Uh-oh. You'll have puppies.
It's our new German Shepherd.
Huh?
It's our new German Shepherd, Leia, so that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Leia.
Yeah.
Hi, Don, chat. I don't know who's currently chatting.
So now my PayPal is effed up right now. I can't use my PayPal. I still have Venmo and Cash App, though. But until we resolve the issue and that.
Yeah, I got your link tree shared in the chat a couple of times.
Well, people have come and gone in that, so
yeah, I didn't sleep well last night. I was we had I don't know if you caught the drama that went down in New York. Did you?
Yes, I did. I seen both Davids get arrested, and
yeah, I was moderating for all 3 live streams.
That was crazy.
It was insane. They just released.
I watched the video that the live that Angry Vet done, and I watched SGV, or not SGV, but San Jose.
Yeah, they just released GGA in the last hour or so. I'm not sure when exactly they were released. GGA and I Am God. They're holding on to Davina. David, you might know her by that's her female name. But I hear a train coming. Yeah, but I was worried. I was worried to heck that because she's been beat down so many times and has a lot of health condition issues from all the beatings she's taken from the New York PD. I was concerned. And watching that go down last night, that was awful. I just.
Yeah, that escalated really fast.
I know there was maybe only about in about 5 minutes it went from the false arrest to Davina getting thrown down on the ground, getting assaulted and
Leo.
Beat the crap out of. So yeah. You coming up, John Wilson? It'd be nice to talk with you. Or anybody else?
Yeah, I haven't talked to Mr. Wilson in a while.
I haven't seen him. This is the first time I've seen him in chat in a long time.
I know it. That's what I'm talking about. We get caught up in damn, daily shit.
Let's see, miss anybody? Oh, just Car Chop Reality. Car Chop and John are in chat.
Yeah, there was about 10 in here earlier, and now that my rant's over, they've all left. So the trolls got their video for tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll probably be part of the video. Anyways, I don't. It's good to it's good to vent. Um, I try not. I try not to treat my Facebook page as um as like some people do a diary.
Yeah.
So often I get a lot of TMI. People. There's some things I don't need to know. Um, like one of my friends, she's no longer on my Facebook. I removed her long ago. I figured out um she was not good. But she'd always post things like when she'd go in bathroom, when she's doing this. Uh, I don't need to know that.
Right?
Need to know that. Don't need to know every step of your day. Don't need to know what you're doing. Don't need to know every little tidbit. Yeah.
Cool, bro. Well, like I said, shoot me an email. I've got my email as the person that bought my card so plainly posted. Oh, he's got email and he's got Instagram. Yeah, I have Instagram. Do you know how many times I've been on Instagram in 2024? Probably twice.
You know how many times I've been on Instagram?
0.
0. I've never been on Instagram. I've never been on X. I've never been on
I've got a Twitter too, but yeah.
Twitter. I've never been on. Well, that's X now.
Yeah, it's X. But I do that for the wrestling shit. I follow wrestling and.
I'm not on Rumble. I've heard Rumble is a good place to do live stream. I've been hearing good things about Rumble. They're an up and coming streaming channel. They're much more lax on language, much more lax on content release.
Hold on a minute. I'll follow you on Twitter.
So yeah. And there's there's one more. I can't think of it right now, but I've keep hearing good things about Rumble, from some content creators. It is a relatively new site that's really kept catching on. There, I know there's a few others. I just can't think of them.
I know it's fucking bedtime, but I'm getting heat.
Yeah, it's 12:30 here too.
I hope to God some ass is actually frozen.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to? Is that Hunter?
That's Hunter. Yeah.
Okay, I thought I recognized the voice. Hey, Hunter.
Who's that?
One of the guys that we're on live stream with. That's
It's Rob.
Hi, Rob.
I'm hoping this is you. I think it is. Let's see. Follow. I am now following you. You probably just gotta. Let me see if I can.
I know there's some discord between some of the community. But I was looking for anyone I could reach out to last night when things went down. I don't want to upset anybody. I reached out to Leroy for the first time. I know there's some, but I like him. There's Some people are upset at him. Some people are.
I
A
have
lot
no
of
problem
people.
with Leroy. I like Leroy.
I like Leroy. There's but I talked with him called him for the first time and talked with him personally, to see what he could do to see if he could go get the ball rolling out to New York and see what he could how he could lend his voice out there. See if he knew anything because I was after they refused her medical service. I
Yeah.
was worried. I was
Oh yeah.
worried.
For you people that want to follow me on Twitter and that including you trolls, you can find me at Nightmares Adventures on X.
Yeah, I'm just I'm glad that the two have been released. I was my a bit of a load was let off my mind. They didn't charge him with anything, so there's going to be a suit coming.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. That whole shit was crazy.
They're still. Mm-hmm.
I've been just watching, and you got to take a lot of that stuff in. Sometimes you just got to watch, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the best thing to do. You can. Mr. Wilson does that sometimes. He'll just sit back and he'll watch and shit.
I hate when the ice does that, where it's only frozen on the top and it looks like it's frozen.
It was frozen on the top. That's called a thin layer ice.
Yeah, it's not
Mhm.
cold, but it's like
Chili.
Yeah,
Set it
it's not-
outside. It'll freeze. It'll get cold quick. It's 28 degrees outside.
what?
Yeah.
I've been hearing a little bits and pieces about what happened in Louisiana. That's a tragedy. And New York also was hit. I guess. Someone did something over by Trump Tower. There was the incident happened. I don't know much details on that.
I guess.
So, what?
Something to drink, small bro.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get some cold weather.
Oh yeah. Uh,
Yeah. Well, I know that y'all supposed to get probably gonna get some more snow and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I've been hearing word here and there. The weather's been kind of roller coasting on us here in South Dakota. Yeah, it's one day it'll be up in the 40s, another day it'll be down below zero for a while, and
Sugar in this or tea.
so
Like straight up water.
yeah, I'm glad you went live. It's good. It's good to have somebody to talk with.
Yeah.
It's also nice to have them pets and family around you. Which was that cat that was with you earlier?
Leia.
Oh yeah, that's Peanut. She's
She's
relatively new
Kit Kat.
cat that we have and everything.
yeah, I could tell she was sensing something was wrong. She was looking to comfort you.
She judges people if they get remotely close to him.
Yeah, well, that's what animals do. They sense your they sense emotions. They sense and they are protective.
But it's pretty funny the way she does it because she kind of looks like she's like really squinting her eyes where she could barely see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's right there?
Somewhere over there.
How's Mary been? You doing good?
She's dealing with some bronchitis, but
Sadly.
Yeah. You know, if you had COVID, she might have had it too.
Well, like I said, I'm not 100% sure.
Mm-hmm. But
if I had COVID, you know how that shit goes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I had it. I had it in 2020, and it almost took me out. Yeah, I had it for 36 days. It was horrid.
I supposedly had it, but I think it was just a flu. I think it was a false positive.
Well, COVID. So we probably should be saying. I don't know how they've been using some alternate word for it, but to avoid the um algorithm. But it is a form of flu. It is a cold. It is a cold. Is what it is. It's the original cold. Um, it's the two biggest cold factors have been the Rona and the rhinovirus.
Yeah.
Those are the two biggest colds that have been throughout many hundreds of years. It's been around. The Rona's been around for many hundreds of years. It just what we got, what we did, what we're dealing with now. It somehow mutated and became problematic. I'm not going to get into any arguments on what do you call it I can't think of the word or your ah hypothetic. This might have happened. This might have created it, or that might have created it. It is what it is. It happened, and
Everybody trying to blame different races, which is
uh,
I think it's stupid.
different continent. No, so much race, but yeah, I get what you're saying. It's but yeah, the thing is, like I said, it's been around for a thousand. It's been around since probably before the dinosaurs. So
Everybody
let's
get on the floor. Let's get out and do the
the
dinosaur.
dinosaurs. um, I think you missed a comment I made earlier. Because you
I
didn't.
probably did. I was on a little rant. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it was after you were getting done with your rant. It was um, where is it? Oh, is it?
he likes to yap a lot.
Yeah, well, he's your grandpa.
Father like son.
Um, let's see, where
Ouch.
was it? I said something. Oh, just ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall. I refer to that song where I'm discussing psych meds. It makes doctors laugh, but I get my point across. What I said. Well, you were talking about meds and stuff, and that's where I put that into the chat.
Can you pull this sleeve, please? Not both of them, just one.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's nice to have someone to talk to. I don't always. I go see a counselor once a week. It's tomorrow.
I had to do this because I'll be honest with you, man. I just sometimes it's good, and it ain't for clicks and views. It ain't about that. Like I said, I just feel like I come on here and I try to put on a good face for everybody, but people need to know what's really going on. And that was the Happy New Year, and
I get it. I get it.
The title was meant to shock people.
Yeah.
We all got to vent sometimes. That's what it was. You were venting, and I'll go on Facebook every once in a while and vent. I've lost friends over it. I've lost friends over what I've said on Facebook Live. I'll occasionally go live. I went live after the angry red man got in office. I'm concerned. I'm worried, but that's my problem. I've been trying to work through that with my counselor. I don't know. I've been dealing with problems in my apartment complex. my landlords they don't I just got 2 marks on my checks on my report because I'm looking for a lawyer to take them to court. They entered my apartment unlawfully last spring, and I just I don't know what to do about that. So it's one of those things. Yeah, I don't want to move out. I'm. It would be extremely hard for me to move out. I don't have any family. I don't have that much money, and I just I the I just I'm kind of in a corner. I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place here. The employee that entered my apartment is the primary custodian to this building, and I told him off. I asked them to not send him on my last maintenance call. He came anyways, and I told him to get lost. I got a mark for that. I got a mark for harassing the maintenance. And last I checked, far as I'm concerned, that's free speech. And they're public employees, they're public servants. I have a right to speak my mind when I feel they're wrong.
This is true.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to talk with somebody tomorrow about that at the higher office. They it was a retaliation. Those were retaliation marks on my record for housing. I think I only have so many. I don't know how many I have before I get kicked out here.
Well, let's hope that you don't get kicked out. I mean,
I don't. I hope I don't either. I'm just my. I don't want that. I can't. If I get kicked out, I get kicked off housing. I get kicked off housing assistant. I don't have any other option. I'll be on the streets. I don't know what I'll do. We got so many slumlords in this town, and housing authority in their own way, in their own corrupt way, are oh, they're their own version of a slumlord. There's several things I need to talk with them about, like we can't burn candles, we can't burn sage in here.
What?
Because it's the safety issue. But that's my First Amendment right.
well, I don't see how they could stop you from burning a damn candle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're 2 and you need an adult, you know?
Yeah, like what if there's like a bad smell from like another apartment and it seeps into your apartment?
I agree. It's statewide, though. It's a statewide policy. They have it banned, and we can get kicked out for it. For lighting candles.
That is so dumb.
That's so bad.
And our land, because our housing authority can do it, so can our landlords. Put that. It's wrong. It's an unconstitutional policy. They have policies in our hallways. We can't eat or drink in our hallway because they don't want to clean up after us. They don't want to clean up. They're a government agency, for crying out loud. That's my Fourth Amendment right to be free of my possessions. They've been getting by with passing rules, regulations, and policies that are against the 14th Amendment. Which is just that the government can't pass rules, regulations, and policies.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's frustrating, and I didn't want to get. I was nervous about getting under housing authority.
Let me tell you something. You got people that are sitting here and that are listening. You want to aggravate the people that's been aggravating me? You know what aggravates them? When you support the channel. A
Mhm.
99 cent little sticker. If you want to piss them off, that's how you piss them off. Just a 99 cent sticker. A thumbs
Yeah.
up. Share the video. That's how you piss these people off that have been messing with me. And man, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm fixing to just let it all out, and people are gonna be like, "What?" But it's all right. I don't have to have hundreds of people in my chat to entertain people. I'll entertain 6 or I'll entertain 2. I've done it.
Yeah, you're a pretty good guy. You're like you said. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. You come off as very intelligent. Um,
No, I am, but I have issues, and you know,
yeah. We all have issues. We do. And some people don't want to admit their issues. Some people are afraid to admit. Some people just like you said, they're hiding it. They're covering up. They're masking it. Everybody has some sort of mask that they don't want others to know. Um, and it's that stigma. And like I said earlier, dude, gonna be cold. Their card shop. They're not nice. Um, Maybe I'm a little back on the chat. I don't know. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Um. Yeah. It's
hell yeah,
yeah. It's life. If life were easy, what would we do? We'd
that's so
still,
true.
we'd probably still find something to complain about.
Well, yeah,
We'd still probably
the
find
weather
something.
wouldn't be right or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's like listen to this. New Year's Eve, we get a call. The lady that we've gotten a few storage units from called me and told me she had 2 units that needed to be cleaned out. Wanted to know if we would be interested. And I told her yeah. So New Year's Eve, we went and cleaned out 2 storage units. I get cameras set up, thinking that a video in it. Go back. Nope, they shut off. I didn't get none of the footage. But I mean, not that it was really exciting. I just thought it'd be pretty cool to share it with people, because New Year's Eve, that's what me and my family done. We went and cleaned out two 10 by 10 storage units.
Yeah.
There was a pressure washer in there, lawnmower, three big 20-gallon drums, and some tennis shoes. Nothing really spectacular, but it was just the fact that I wanted to share it with everybody because the lady liked us so much and everything. Say, hey, I got 2 units. You want to clean them out for us? And I said yes, and she said cool, and we went and cleaned them out. And will we make money on them? Maybe, but I needed the barrels. I needed. I'm gonna use one of them as a burn barrel. So the barrels were nice, a brand new 20-gallon steel drum is $119. Well, I can't afford $119, so it saved me and used their $50. So I saved $150 by going and picking them 3 up for $20 worth of gas.
Nice. Yeah, it's I I've only ever seen a few sales. I used to go to pardon, I'm gonna plug in my phone's um beep. But I've seen a few I've been to a few auction sales over the years. Oh, many when I was in my younger years. My uncle and grandpa would always go to the auctions, and um Yeah, I've been part of. I've actually helped prepare several auctions. Um.
Well,
Uh.
here's I know it's not for everybody. I'm not trying to sell it to everybody. But here's the thing. If I can take 20, 25, sometimes 10, rare occasion I may spend a little more than that. But if I can spend like $40 on a unit and come out like I did before, why not? And yeah, I got some stuff that I have to throw away, and yeah, I have stuff that sits around a little bit. But in the summertime, when it's pretty and the flea markets are going and everything, you know, it's just we'll go make a little bit off of it, and I'll make money back over time. And it's like having a savings account. If I choose to sell it, I can. If I don't, I just go out there and I look at it. I'm glad it's there. You know.
Yeah, I've got some stuff I could probably turn around and sell in a pinch. Um, like I don't know if you've seen earlier, I posted about trading cards. I have probably probably over 500
Yeah,
maybe.
the best part about it is Mary can sell every bit of it. She's 65, so they don't even count it against her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's cool. Um, uh, I have trading cards. I can't sell because I don't sell online, and I we don't have a card shop here anymore. Our at least I don't think we do. But most of my cards are from the 70s, 80s.
Now, card shop right there. Now he'll be straight up with you.
But
He won't bullshit you.
but um, I did talk with a guy a while ago. That he said because they were the wrong whatchamacallit, wrong, they weren't the right type of um they weren't the right type of card or something. They were over reproduced. Um,
Some
he
of them
wouldn't give me much for them.
produce like crazy.
Yeah,
I know some of them from the '90s have been just like massively overproduced.
well, I know I have some that are older, but they're were my father's. I might have some that possibly was slightly more valuable. Um, most of them are in awesome card shop. Thanks for joining, Nightmares. Um, um, I have some that probably are considered, what are they? Oh, when you have like a little flaw,
Yeah,
they were misprints or whatever. Um, those I hear can be valuable if you have the right misprint.
bro. If you could see this damn tote of cards that I got over here, not to cut you off, Rob. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You'd be surprised. I couldn't believe what I found in that storage unit. Some of them are probably going to be reprints. I don't know enough about them to say with 100%. And when the person contacted me, because I went on another channel and I was showing the cards off, and the guy contacted the owner of the channel. He left a message on here, which y'all can go see who it is if you're curious. I'm not going to call them out. They got my information from him. We swapped phone numbers. Matter of fact, I still got both of their numbers, which I won't dox anybody because I'm not that way. I'm not saying the owner of the other channel done anything wrong. But I sold what I believed based off of information from the night that I was showing them and the conversation that I had got with the guy that bought the card, that it was authentic. It was authentic. He got the card. says he done a video, opened the card. I've never seen the video. He hasn't posted it anywhere as far as I'm aware. He may be listening. No hard feelings either way. But how do I know that he didn't receive the card? Even if he done a video after opening it, if it was real, that he's not trying to send me back a card that's not what I sent him, and trying to get his money back. I have no proof that he did. I have no proof that he didn't. So what's going to happen is I'm going to be out $500. He could possibly have the real card. I'm going to get a fake one back, and guess what? I'm out of real card and $500.
Ouch.
And so who's going to take it in the ass? Who's it going to cost in the long run?
Yeah, that gets costly. Ouch.
Yeah, and I don't mind. So people can say that I'm not lying, because I keep receipts. I don't hide anything, and I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm not saying the guy that's the case, because I don't know for sure, but there's that possibility. But
yeah,
the person that's going to eat it and everything, which I guess if I'd been right there, see what that says?
Yeah, 485.
And let me show you the decision on that. So there's the, because like I said, I'm not gonna show information, but going back to keeping receipts. This is the last email that I got from PayPal. Well, we're currently reviewing the information you sent for opened. We will carefully review the information. The $500 for the transaction is being temporarily held. Gives the case number, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's the email I got a while ago. And then I got another one. And then it says, a refund and amount of will be rewarded to the buyer once the item is returned to you in its original condition. The buyer is responsible for return, postage, and package costing, which I paid the first one. You'll need to provide this information on or before January 4th, which I did with the address you prefer the merchandise to be shipped to. If we don't receive a reply, we'll send it to the address that you provided to the provider, blah, blah, blah. I gave him my address and anything, and told him that I was very disgusted, but yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the same reason I quit using eBay. It's because, no matter how good you describe the item that you're selling, if somebody's not happy, they can keep your merchandise, turn it in, and send it to a fake address, and then it gets lost somewhere. And guess what? You're not even going to get your item back, and you're still out the freaking money. That's why I quit dealing with eBay.
Yeah, I've heard some interesting stories about eBay from
for the seller.
When I was following the sales community, I've heard some interesting things about it. It just there was things that I just mind-boggling about eBay. And some of the other sales sites, it just you would think that this is how they're making their money. They would try better to keep their salespersons happy and their buyers happy too. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That catch up.
I've
Yeah.
got a. I finally got all the cards separated into categories. I got wrestling, all the wrestling cards with the wrestling cards. I've got the hockey cards with the hockey, and baseball with baseball, boxing with boxing. Got some Olympics and stuff, football and that, and
Yeah.
everything.
Cool.
No Pokemon cards. I would have a lot rather that been a box full of Pokemon than sports cards, because I kind of, not an expert, but I kind of know a little bit about Pokemon now. Mr. Wilson's probably the expert more on Pokemon now than I am.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got two. I got two fulls. I think they're almost. Or if not, if they're not full, they were mostly full at one point. About 4 inches thick. They're the old binders. They're mostly full, if not full. Of I think they're tops and a mix of tops and other cards. I've got a small box over here that's full of cards. Uh, oh man, I wish my light hadn't burned out. There's the Gyarados Pokemon box. That's my only Pokemon.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that I won that from Troy. Um, I haven't
Yeah,
been on his channel in a while.
I was on Troy's channel earlier and that for a little while. Troy's doing really good and just kind of hanging out, and just. Mr. Wilson said, "I have a ton of Pokemon cards, but I ain't no expert." I don't know, man. I don't know.
Probably
You've got
more of an
really
expert
nice
than I
cards,
am.
Wilson.
Yeah. Pokemon that's a pretty extensive. It's been going for since the '90s, so that's a long time. And there's so many editions of it. There's been um, so many variations and so many varieties of Pokemon. Personally, I would have rather seen Digimon become more of popular, gain more in popularity on cards
Well,
and stuff.
I think I've sold card shop some baseball cards or something before. I think he bought a bunch from me, or maybe it was Warcraft Ohio. Or maybe both. Back when I was doing auctions and stuff,
Hmm.
I think both of them guys bought
Yeah,
some cards from me.
yeah, counterfeit. Um, but you know the difference between Pokemon and Digimon, right?
Yeah.
Um, well, you know what the major difference is, right?
Pokemon
Um,
was more popular.
well, not that they're more popular. They've been around slightly a bit more longer, but yeah, they're a bit more popular. The major difference in the series is Pokemon. They're pocket monsters that you're catching and basically enslaving that creature and taking them and putting them into battle to their peril. Okay. That's my biggest problem with Pokemon. You're capturing, enslaving these animals and battling them in these stadiums. Okay, the difference the when you get into Digimon, you have the Digimon. They're digital monsters. They're partner creatures that were created in the digital world. They're not your slave. They're working aside you, and eventually they evolve, and you can DNA evolution with them and combine with them. They're the person that is the partner, the human partner to these Digimon. Um, the the Digimon Pokemon does have some really high quality artists that do special editions. Um but
Oh,
from the beginning on Digimon, they've always had high quality on both the movies, on all the movies. They've always had well done storyboarded movies and well done storyboarded. Um, Pokemon started as a card game, just basic card game with very little storyline. Um, very little storyline. And eventually they started making the movie, which made it more and more complex. Um, that that's why I like Digimon more, because you're not trapping creatures. It's much better artistry to me. I like the artistry in the creatures and the animation, where Digimon does do okay on the movies, but the especially the earlier creatures, you'll notice they're not nearly as well done art. The earlier creatures, they're really fairly poorly done artistry. Um, and it um the the original was Japanese. They were actually in Japanese, um, writing and everything. And all they even have different names in Japan for Pokemon. Altogether different names. You probably run into that, I'm sure.
I was trying to see. I know what I got to do it. Hold on.
Well, I know Card Shop Reality. Like I said, it's just my preference to I prefer Digimon over Pokemon. Is what I'm saying. I'm aware they're not real. I'm aware that it's fictional worlds. It's just um I'm kind of a movie buff, and I like animation, well done animation. Okay, um, it's I prefer the better done animation. If you understand what I'm saying, it's that's just how I feel. Spring.com, Creator Spring. Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's uh, that's our merchandise store. I added two new things there: a coffee cup and another sticker. Because, like I said, I ain't trying to make a killing, but I got a bump. We got a bumper sticker, and I added another sticker.
That's cool, John Wilson. I
Uh,
honestly didn't know
Actually,
what this means.
I got three stickers, a T-shirt, and a coffee mug up there. I thought the stickers would be a cool little thing if somebody, they're cheap and not okay, not cheap, but like it's affordable. I guess that's the best way to say it. T-shirts are
Less expensive, something people can have to help advertise your channel.
Art Man. I don't know if he does videos or not, and that I sent him a Nightmares Adventures T-shirt, and I hope he said he loved it. So it was pretty nice quality and stuff, and he didn't even know he was going to get that. I didn't tell him. I just sent him that and a couple extras because, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if I know Art Man. There's so many. I might see him in your chat occasionally, but I don't know him too well. There's, uh, I'm so busy. There's so many people in the 1A community that I think I'm modded to more than 15 channels right now.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. I'm modded to more than 15 channels, including yours. Yeah, I'm busy. I'm busy, and it kind of helps keep my mind off things. Um, when things go, as long as things are not going wrong, like last night, things go okay. But it's
Well, I have found over the last few years, of a few good Pokemon cards and stuff, and that uh, I I like them. I've never played the game, but I'm fascinated with them, and
Mhm,
I like Charizard, and I like Pikachu, and I like Eevee. I just like the colors and stuff. As far as to sit down and play the game, I couldn't tell you one iota about it, but I like them, you know.
I could
Uh,
probably name off several characters, but not. I could. If somebody were to give me a card test, I'd probably my mind would completely. I would know them.
but I've gotten a couple of fakes out of storage units, ironically enough, and it
Mm,
was just so bad that the cards were so bad you could just tell they were fake, and that I mean I didn't even bother showing them because it wasn't worth. You know, it's the parents pick them up at a flea market or something like that, you know, and say, here, give your kid a pack of these for $1, and of course, why not? I mean, you know,
hmm well, there's also the scam artists that sell stuff on the street corners and whatnot, and uh then you have that stuff. Yeah, the cheap stuff. Um,
and I'm sure I've got some baseball cards over here that's going to be like that. I'll probably put them in a Ziploc bag and during the summer, you know, and I'll set them on there for $1, and just it'll be something a kid can play with or just look at, you know, and for $1, it's no
mhm.
big deal because they're probably going to be about a penny a piece. And I'll probably put 10 or 20 in there, and mom's happy, the kid's happy, and I'm happy. I got $1 for them.
Do you ever come across magic cards? The Gathering?
Sometimes I got to take an advantage on some magic cards and some really expensive ones.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know some friends that play it. That's why I asked.
I got taken advantage of. I had the red eye dragon and some others, and he told me they were fake, and he said that he would get rid of them, and come to find out he lied. I found him selling them on Facebook Marketplace and was getting hundreds of dollars for the ones that I thought were fakes. But yeah,
Yeah,
but you live and learn, and but you know,
yeah. Well, this box here, card shop. This box here, everything is still untouched in the box. I opened it to look at it and see what was in it, but everything's still packaged in the box. Nothing's been open. Nothing's been um nothing's been touched. So it's still brand new.
come to find out, one of the cards that was in there that he told me was a fake and everything was probably worth $4,000 or $5,000, and of course
Wow.
I didn't know, and then he got on there and then he bragged about selling it, and he got $2,500 for it and bragged about it, and of course we're no longer friends, but you know that's sometimes that happens.
Yeah. Uh, I gotta make sure I'm not showing up there too much because I have an I'm afraid I don't want to get you in trouble again with monetization. I have some knives up there. I
Uh,
have a small knife collection up top my cabinet here.
What's up?
Hey, P. Burns.
How you doing, Mr. Barnes? Oh, just I had a little rant earlier. Now we're talking about sports cards and stuff, and
Winding down.
yeah, kind of winding down. I feel better. Sometimes, uh, just people listen, having people to where they can listen, and that's a good therapy. And I'm sorry I used y'all for my therapy session, but it was just on my mind, and
7:13 a.m. there. Wow. That's early. Yeah.
yeah, well, sometimes you get in a mental state, and like I said, my father being in the hospital sick hasn't really helped me none. It's added to my anxiety and my overall just mental health, and I had to talk about it. You fight demons in your head. Sometimes it's best that you reach out, and
He's in
I
good hands. He's been
he's
taken care of.
sympathetic, but I think more people needed to hear what was going on, and that, and maybe my little rant earlier on will help somebody else that needs help too.
I'm sorry, we overlapped a little bit. He's in good hands. They're taking. I'm sure they're taking good care of him. My grandmother had that. Not staph, but the other, the cellulitis. That's not a good. They call that the flesh eating um bacteria. That's not good. Um,
Well, I know they're talking about when he gets, they're probably not even going to send him home. They're going to send him to like, it's not a nursing home. It's like a rehab
convalescent.
to do aftercare, and then from there he'll
Mhm.
have home health care and everything. But it's just trying to process all that. To me, it's just like, then you add everything else, like what I was just showing you earlier about the guy, and $500 to some people may not mean shit, but to me, $500 is a lot of money.
Mhm. Yeah, it is. That's not good. And I just yeah, that's not. I don't. I don't know how that would work out. I'm I've never dealt with sales. I've never.
Well, it'll just put my PayPal account on hold until I get it paid off, and the
Hmm.
only one, because there's no real way to prove he's right, I'm right, whatever, and PayPal's kind of the middleman. They have to look at it from both sides. So he'll get his money back. I'll get whatever card he sends back, and I'm not even mad at the guy. I'm not mad because I don't know, because
Hmm.
I didn't, you know what I mean. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't do anything wrong. As far as he's concerned, he didn't do anything wrong. Now, the card in question, was it real? I'm not 100% sure. What a, you know what I'm saying? I can't say that it was. I can't say that it wasn't.
Yeah, that's just it.
And
There's
and
so
there's
much
no hard
good stuff.
feelings with between as far, and I hope he's listening. There's no hard feelings, and I don't mean it to sound like that I was accusing him of being a thief, because I'm not. But in the heat of a moment, everybody says things that like like he said to me, you're a fraud and this and that, or I was committing fraud, which I wasn't, because I didn't know.
Yeah, there's lots of scams out there. I'm afraid to set up PayPal or a PayPal account on my phone. I did have I have used PayPal once before, long ago, for something, on something, but it wasn't on a phone like this. Yeah, cameras are all over the place, and I've heard too many people ending up with their accounts being completely drained. on either PayPal or the other Cash App. One's got to be careful with those.
But like I said, I'm not gonna sling mud at him or anything like that. You know, it's not really worth it. It's not that. But you know, he's already put a thing on his channel, and I hope he's listening because, like I said, I'm not even gonna mention names. If you want to know who it is, the comments there where he went and looked for me. But don't anybody go trying to start drama or anything like that. I mean no ill will toward him. But all he's got to do is just take down the statement, hey, you know, this guy. But it's hard to, you know, you got to look at it from both sides. I see his point, but he has to look at it in mine also, you know, and looking back on it, I guess I could have handled it a little different without having to go this route or whatever, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's too bad things like that happen. Sometimes it's
well, it's a case of who's right, who's wrong. He may be right, and I may be wrong, or I might be right. He may have been wrong, but the reality of it is, PayPal is just the middleman. They have to look at it from his point of view, my point of view, and then decipher. Well, okay, so maybe they both had a misunderstanding. What they'll do is we'll have him send it back. Once you receive it, we'll refund his money, and then yeah. And in their minds, everything is even. You know what I mean? Because PayPal don't give a fuck one way or another. They're there just to make money, and they're going to make money from the transaction both ways.
Yeah.
Whether I'm right or he's right or whatever, it's just yeah.
So what else can we talk about? There's so much. What's coming up in future? You guys got any plans? Doing any more? Any more?
There's currently 13 units that are up for auction.
Mm-hmm.
They have now 12 days, which that's 12 days for now. Who knows what'll happen? But just watching to see if they're gonna if I can get one, maybe not. I don't know. You know, it's one of those depends on how the cards fall, and of course, losing $500 didn't help none. But you talk it up as a lesson learned. That's where, on my behalf, before I do something like that again, I'll do more research. I'll know. Maybe not within 100%, but 99.92%. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did you look into the Sweeting films I told you about the other day?
Brother, I no, I haven't looked into anything. I've been.
If you get a chance, just put in tweeted videos. They're hilarious to watch. Or I told you about that. It's a nonprofit group that works kind of with I kind of cut ties with the group, but they I know they started it with good. I think he started with good intentions. He's an art community. It's a Fallout Creative community. If you get a chance, look it up. I think your family would have a blast creating some of those, recreating. The pick any movie, your favorite movies, whatever movies you want. Go around with set yourself like 20, 48 hours a time frame. You can even make a whole festival out of it if you want. But I've seen it done. Um, it started as back when Blockbuster was still around. It started as what was called a Be Kind Rewind. Someone there's a movie called Be Kind Rewind. Someone took a bunch of VHSs home, and they got destroyed or something. I haven't watched a movie, but they instead of paying for the replacing the movies, they took and reenacted the movies one by one, and took them back to the blockbuster.
Oh hell.
Yeah, I don't know exactly the storyline, but or how it happened. But Be Kind Rewind. That's at least kind of how I understand it. But uh, we've sweeted the Princess Bride. If you put in the Princess Bride sweeted, um, we sweeted. Oh, what else have we sweeted? I think it was Back to the Future sweeted. We've sweeted. Oh, so many. It was over 10 years of sweeting we did, and we also did some other videos that are shared to the fellow creative community.
I
Um,
thought about, as far as like selling platforms and stuff like that, looking forward into the future, um, and that I thought about maybe selling on Whatnot, and I thought about doing that.
mm,
I've heard there's a lot of good things going on with that. Whether I will or not, I don't know. But
oh,
I do. I've been doing a little bit on Marketplace. That's been okay. Uh,
mhm. But if you watch the movies, you'll see me in a very much. Uh, about 13 years ago, maybe 14 now. It's probably 14, closer to 14 now. Um, I was down to 90 pounds. So you'll see a much skinnier me, a much more fit me, a much probably happier me. I was happier, a little bit happier when I was doing those. It kept my mind off my depression. It kept me busy. Um, I was going all around the country, hosting art and music festivals, um, for about 10 years until the pandemic hit, and then things got all messed up. Everything got messed up, and I got even worse up here, and it just uh, it day to day after what I went through when I had the Rona, um it's just been tough. Um I I'm trying to get things. My I need to go. I've got someone coming over tomorrow, sometime to help me with my apartment, or on the, let's see, what is today, the first, second. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow to help me do some organizing in my apartment. Um it just
I think we all need a little help organizing sometimes.
Yeah, and maybe doing some more tidying up. Um if I don't, I will definitely get kicked out soon if I don't get some help. I just been such a funk. It's I don't have. Most of my friends have kind of left me in the dust. Most of them are just not left me in the dust, but they um when I live stream to Facebook, most people won't even chat with me, or if they do, they'll come in my chat and disappear. Um, I've had one time one of my elderly, uh, 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 she's a friend. Um, I don't know how best to put that, but she's a friend. came up onto my live stream. And she I was triggered. It was a bad day. I was having a frustrating day, and I probably shouldn't have brought her back up on my live because she's in her 70s and not not in best of health, and um it was post election time, and I was completely I was furious. I was upset. I was hurting. So many of my friends are hurting for what happened. They're I it's um uh it is not that I'm taking sides either way. I don't think we were good on either way, but it's just I think he was the word. You have you ever heard of the cacocracy? The word cacocracy.
Maybe.
Um, it's where you have the worst possible government you can possibly get. Um, it's the worst options in the government, and that's where we're at. My friend, my one of my friends, I'm not going to name his name, but he's he's the um uh, he, he's always posting about it about things like that. It just it we need people, we need government that's working for us. We absolutely do. We need government that's working with for the people, not for themselves. Um, and that's what we have. That's what that's what we elected. That's what got elected. Um, he'll be working for himself. Um, oh,
I try not to discuss politics
I
because
know. I'm sorry. She wouldn't have been any better. I know. I'm neutral on the on uh, on uh, on parties because I'm more of um to be honest. I'm sorry. I just it's I went off on my friend, and I feel bad that I did on my elderly friend. I just she didn't look into her candidate. All she knew about her was that she thought she was a good person. She didn't look into any variables. She she just watched what she heard on the news, and the news. We all know how the news skews things. You only hear what they want you to hear on the mainstream media. Um, So she just heard what they wanted her to hear, and she thought her choice was oh so good. Um, I just and I get it. Everybody has their opinions. Um, I just wish people would try to have more oh more what's the word? I'm sorry, my brain's farting. More knowledgeable, more wish they were kept themselves more updated if they're going to be voting and then on a candidate, so they know what they need to know about the candidate and not just the good points, also the bad. Oh, good night, John Wilson. And um It's good to have your own opinion on things. It just
Good night, Mr. Wilson. Good to see you, buddy. How's Chew Dog doing? I was going to ask you that.
he might be gone already. Who knows? Are you still here, John? Oh, he's still here. He just commented. How's Q Dog doing? Yeah, but everybody can have their own opinions. It's just when you're looking through things through a fishbowl and not even trying to figure things out. That's where we are. That's why we are in the condition we are right now. Nobody wants to have conversations. No, like you said, nobody wants to talk about mental health. Nobody wants to have a good conversation about anything, a friendly conversation about anything. And they
Chew Dog's doing good. I miss coming on here and having coffee and breakfast and Chew Dog. He, I love his dog, man. He's got a great dog.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you got a good dog. I wish it would be nice if I could be in a place where I be in I'm not in any. You talk about being in a bad mental state. I can't even have a pet. I can't even take care of a pet. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. Not even. Probably not even a goldfish. It wouldn't make it right now.
He liked watching me get licked in the face that day, huh? Yeah. Boy, I tell you what. Leia here, boy, she snuck it in there, buddy. Said
I saw that. She gave him the tongue.
She sure
gave
did.
him the tongue.
She French kissed me. Yep.
All the way down the throat.
She's like, I'll show you. Look.
Yep. I didn't know. I didn't see you chatting that day. You must have just been lurking, John.
Yep. She just she decided, and then a little bit. Let me tell you what this little dog done the other day, New Year's Eve, when we went. We had the dogs with us, and we went down there and we loaded up the trailer. And Mary left her coffee set in a cup holder. They had the dogs in the car. Leia, I turned around, walked to the end of the expedition, went into the unit for something, come back out, and I looked over and Leia's in the front seat, and she's got Mary's can of coffee in her mouth, and she's got it turned up. And she's drinking that can of coffee. She's holding it in her mouth with her head up straight up, and a can of coffee hanging out of her mouth, and then she's go. She drank that coffee.
I see, John. That's cool.
Oh.
It's been a long time since I've had a pet. I had some pet goldfish in my previous apartment. They're fair or not goldfish. What are they? The Siamese fighting fish.
Yeah,
Japanese fighting fish. Betas. Whatever they're called. Tetras. I think they're betas.
I had betas and Oscars, and I had neon tetras.
Mm-hmm.
And I had some oh god, just like guppies. I used to have all kinds of fish. I loved them. And then but when Stacy got sick and everything, I got rid of every animal that I had.
Guppies they produce by the thousand.
Oh, they do. You can sell them little jokers too. You make good money. They make good feeder fish. I used to raise goldfish and that for feeder fish, and because they multiply so quick.
Yeah, they
And if you
do.
got time to take care of them, I mean, it's nothing. I mean, heck, you get 5 cents of fish and you're selling 100 at a time. I mean, I know that don't sound like much, but it's just a little hobby. I mean, 5, 10 cents
Hmm.
of fish, it adds up pretty quick.
Yeah,
Sell
it
sell
does.
them a dozen.
Yeah, it does. Um, growing up, we had some mollies, and we had some goldfish in our tanks in the basement. Oh, that I think that ended up being stopped because our basement kept getting flooded. Um, they that wasn't good. But
Yeah, I can't
yeah,
have fish right now around here. The cats. So
yeah, the cats, cats, cats love their little fish meal.
the Oscars, I had Oscars, and
Mm,
we had this little cat.
pretty.
She'd watch them in the tank, and one day she was setting up on top of the tank. She wasn't trying to get the fish. She was just setting up on the tank, and they got them little holes at the top of them and everything. And she got her tail down in there, and that Oscar bit her tail. She didn't get on top of the tank no more after that.
Oh, uh, yeah. There's let's see. What was I thinking? There's been so many. I got so many animal stories from youth, but I can't think of them right now. Um,
Mr. Wilson liked one of my dog stories. I actually had a dog that got me arrested.
oh yeah, I've heard that. I think I've heard this one, but if you want to tell it,
Yeah, had a dog that got me arrested.
I've heard this one. Yeah, if you want to tell it though, go ahead.
No, no, I'm just saying it. I'm just saying, Mr. Wilson laugh about that. I can laugh about it now. It wasn't funny.
Yeah, that's kind of an old joke. There's some doozies around. I growing up in construction, I've heard a lot of funny jokes. But let's just put it this way: public inappropriate
Yep.
jokes.
Uh,
Yep, it is. Yeah, I'm familiar with that joke. Yeah, it's a real funny one. If he wants to tell, like I said, if he wants to tell it, for maybe people haven't heard
this
it in
ain't
a
no joke.
while.
This actually happened. I got arrested because of my dog named Sex. I actually got arrested because of a dog named Sex. Uh,
Yep. Oh
uh,
man, what time is it? 1:40. Wow.
yeah. Yeah, I come on here to give a quick little rant, and it's turned into a great thing. I've enjoyed it. It's helped ease
Hmm.
my anxiety and shit. And
Yeah, it's nice having someone to talk with every once in a while.
well, see, I'm a big wrestling fan. I love wrestling. Of course,
Hmm.
some of the new people that are following that may have followed from a short or something like that may not know it, but I wrestled for 15 years.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I've met some great people and everything, and a lot of the people that I was wrestling with, uh, unfortunately, some of them have passed away,
Hmm.
lost touch, or something. Just life happens. But man, you can always look back on some of the stories and just the people, and of course, that's something I share in common with my dad.
Hmm.
He was a wrestler, and that's what got me started. And I got memories of watching wrestling with him on Saturdays, and
Yep, I've got a friend who's a big wrestling fan. I've been meaning to tell him to if he's on YouTube to sub to you. He, he's a little bit younger than I, just slightly younger than I am, but I think he's in his earlier 40s. But he's in my age bracket at least. Um,
I just turned 50 this year, and you
yeah.
know, I really enjoyed it, and probably would have still been doing it if my health hadn't got so bad. But
Mm,
it just comes a point, where you don't want to hurt nobody, and you can't protect them, and you got to stop. And I found a local company around here that I was giving a little support to, but it's kind of like they know you and they know what you've done and they let you come in, and then you just kind of get where you're like, well, maybe they just feel sorry for me, and just like, oh, look, hey, it's a legend, he's been in the business for a long time, and he done some good stuff, and they treat you well, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like, I don't want nobody's sympathy. You know what I'm saying? I just
mhm. Yeah, and um, the thing is, you get night terrors. I get flashbacks. I get flashbacks, and every once in a while, I'll be walking down the street, and I'll either smell something, and all of a sudden, I'll be in the memory. I'll be in that moment in time.
oh, I know
Um,
what you're saying.
I'll be completely in that moment in time. I can hear everything in the present day, but it's like a tape playing up there, and that when you're crossing the street or riding a bicycle, that's not good when you're in a yeah, it's not good. Like one day I've seen a old station wagon that was like our old family station wagon, and it triggered me into such a PTSD
It's funny how some things like that can trigger
flashback memory.
either good memories or bad memories. Some's good, some's bad. Sometimes certain things will trigger good memories. It's not all bad, but it's just these at night. It's a bitch, and
Yeah, it's not, and sometimes I'll have memories that are not so good, but they're not exactly memories that I really want to remember, but I will be um like let's say a English question comes up from way back 30 years ago, and all of a sudden it's like the our English teacher was teaching from college books that had been outmoded, and he was pedantic about it. Um, very pedantic. So that's not um not the best memory to be having. Going back to high school, in like seventh grade English class, not good. um, not a pleasant memory. But for some reason, I'm remembering whole, the whole everything that I learned from that book. You know,
yeah,
and it's like it's been like it's in here. It's here, but if at times when I'm trying to remember it, I can't think of it, and it just um uh the same way with math class, kind of sort of same. There's times when um I have fractured memories from what happened about 7 years ago when someone cracked me, went over the helmet. Um, I don't know how I lived that. But I have fractured memories. I'll have little splintered memories where
Like silhouettes, yeah.
hmm?
Like silhouettes, like cut scenes in a movie.
Yeah, like cutscenes in a movie. Just they're there, but I can't reach them. It's and they're not in order always. They're they're just it's it makes things hard, and then I have words that I can't that when I was in grade school I would sit down and um I know, kind of nerdy, but it's more usually something I do in study hall to pass the time because I couldn't talk with anyone, didn't have any books at the time. I just got a dictionary and start looking up words and start looking up definitions. That's why I have a pretty good. I've always had a pretty decent vocabulary, but when the words will be up here, I know they're up here. They won't come out. Even when I'm in chat, you'll notice I'm missing words in chat, or I'm reversing my words. I have some dyslexia from 2020 when I um, that gave me dyslexia. I didn't have dyslexia till then.
Oh, I get it. I totally get it.
Um,
2000 in 2012, I had a mini stroke, so I totally get it.
mm,
I have trouble like that sometimes, and especially if I'm pissed off, I'll say shit that don't make sense to some people or whatever, and I just have to stop and think about what the hell I'm going to say before I say it, because what I'm trying to say may not come out exactly the way I want to say it.
right. Yeah. Then yeah. There's so many things. It just. Uh, uh, sometimes I just and then there'll be some memories that I want to remember from the past. I can't remember; they're wiped out. I have names that are lost. Complete list of names that are lost. I think I I I probably know over 1 million people personally. More than a lot of people because I've come in contact, face to face contact, and talked with people and got to know their names, got to know their faces. Um, the list of names I have a hard time accessing. Um, I'll some of my even my friends that I should know, I will look at them. Who are you?
Not giving medical advice or telling you what to do. Something that has worked for me, and that because I'm not a doctor. No, don't claim to be one. Don't play one on YouTube. But something that has worked for me, I take Ginkgoba, and it's really helped with my overall mental health and just kind of even shit that I've suppressed. And good or bad, it has really worked.
I take I don't know. There might be some in the there might be some in this the oh that's not it. There might be some in the I take a supplement. There might be some ginkgoba in that. Um ginseng ginkgoba. I know what you can get ginseng root ginkgoba. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've heard the medical um the medical possible medical benefits on that. I've tried one of the tricks I do is people look at me weird, but I do know that the masks don't help much. but these I put tea tree oil and mint and mixture of mints in. It helps relax me when I'm out in public. People say, well, every you're a masker, or you shouldn't be wearing mask. It's gonna hurt you. Um, it's helping me. It's for my betterment. You know.
Yeah.
People can have their opinions, but um, if you don't like wearing a mask, kudos to you. Good for you. You don't like it, but um, I need to wear a mask, and it just it helps me with it helps relax me, and there's um well, because of my anxiety, it helps um it does help. It helps in other ways. Uh, Especially when it's cold out, like these days, it helps keep my face warm. It helps um keep keep the dust and pollens out of my mouth, out of my lungs during the summer. Even before the pandemic, I was wearing masks to help with pollen, pollen and dust. I was wearing. I have lots of bandanas on hand from over 15 years ago. I've been wearing for a long. I've been wearing for a long time. So that opinion against masks is it really irks me. Then when people say, "Oh, you're a master," what if somebody has health issues and they just want to wear it because of their health issues?
I
And
just think to let people do whatever they want to do.
right.
Why pass judgment?
hmm So many people give me strange looks, and uh, it makes. I've had people yell at me. I've had people jeer at me. I've had people make fun of me. Um, I've been in I've been in channels where people were chatting. Well, they're wearing they're a masker. Oh man, come on! It's none of your business why people wear masks. Uh, Mind your own business. Go your if you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear a mask. Um, let me take care of myself. Um,
That's what I say. Just let people do their own thing. Hell,
mhm.
I don't try to tell anybody what they can and can't do. Hell, you
Yeah.
know.
Um, so many people try to. So many people. Um, uh, I'm kind of. I'm kind of. I am kind of doing that with my because it's in my apartment. I'm making my landlords wear forcing my anybody that comes in from government into my apartment to wear a mask. Because just well for my anxiety because they're going from door to door. Even the slightest bit help um is fine by me. I just um
Well, in your own home, they should respect your wishes, and that's it,
mhm.
regardless of who owns the property.
And they don't like it. So the maintenance men don't like it. They got mad at me because the one guy got mad at me because I told him he couldn't come in until until he got a mask. And right here's the check mark for the uh obstruction of landlord or its agents, and uh somehow I was harassing maintenance personnel even though they're government agents.
That's not harassment. That's just to protect your health. I mean, you know,
hmm
there's nothing wrong with that. Hell, you're paying rent. What the hell does it matter?
Exactly.
They should respect your wishes.
Well, what bothers me is there shouldn't really be a government level agency for renters. You know,
Yeah.
there shouldn't be there shouldn't be a government level apartment complexes. I shouldn't. I should. Um. Or if there should be a better oversight agency, a private agency that's overseeing that they're doing things properly, that they're doing things constitutionally, that they're doing things that and that the employees are properly trained to treat persons with disabilities with respect. And these guys aren't. These guys
Yeah.
these guys are absolutely not trained to treat persons with disabilities with respect. Um and yeah,
That's
it's
why they have the thing called Americans with Disabilities Act.
mm-hmm, yeah. And the guy with the mask said, why do you want to make me wear a mask? Why do you want to make me wear a mask? What's wrong with you? Oh, none of your business. You really can't ask me because that's in your policy.
It's
And when
it's called respect for your home and respect for your wishes. And
mm-hmm. Well, it's against their policy because you're kind of getting into a form of HIPAA with them as government. They can't ask me what my illness is. They can't ask me what my problem is that makes me want to uh have them wear a mask in my apartment.
well, see, that's where you need an advocate, somebody that can speak for you.
Yeah, I got one. It's I just recently signed up for Advocate Party, but she's new to the area, and they just got two of them. We were without for a long time. They they're they're just starting, and I'm not sure how well this is going to work out. There again, it's a government agency, so I'm dealing with certain red tape and and what's the word? Ipsos and provisos and whatnot. Things they can do, things they can't do. Um, it just I don't know. It's interesting when you get into the government, get into dealing with the government, and um, I
Maybe
I really.
somebody that'll listen to what you've got to say and then can speak for you and be impartial. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Mhm.
that's the main thing. And
Yeah,
you know,
right. My landlord, they 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 won't listen to me. They when she told me she was sending me two checks, and no matter what I said or did, I told and um I was talking, and she said, "Are you gonna let me talk? Are you gonna let me talk?" I said, "Hell no, I'm done listening to you, lady." And she said, "Okay, goodbye." Rudely hung up on me.
wow.
I was done listening to her. When I told her you're retaliating against me. hmm I told her no, I'm not. I'm not going to listen to you. Absolutely not. They just forgotten who they work for. They've forgotten that they're not private agency. I put in several information, freedom of information requests. The lawyers are telling them that their how much they're earning is private information. They refuse to give me the first and full name, which is not only Freedom of Information Act. I'm sure you know. It's also the Right to Know Act.
Correct.
I have a right to know. It's two laws backing that up.
And not only that, you have a right to face your accuser.
Mm,
And it's not even, it's a matter of law. You know, you have the right to know what you're being accused of, what evidence they have to give it, provide it to you or your counsel. And, you know, I'm not giving legal advice, but it's just common sense. They have
mhm.
to provide you with that.
Right, right. Well, it's not so much being my accuser. It's just I got 2 strikes now on my record. Um, and they wouldn't hear me out. They wouldn't. She just heard her employee side of it, and and she wouldn't listen to me. And I told her, no, I'm not listening to you.
Unfortunately, that's what they do with people with disabilities, and that,
Mhm.
especially in government housing and things like that. And uh, that's why a lot of your inner cities and places like that where they have government housing and that they pretty much get by with murder.
Mhm. Right. Right. It, it's just yeah. Unless the problem, well, the main problem is they really started setting. They've been getting by with a lot of stuff for a long time, and during the pandemic, people weren't able to get access to their government agents, and couldn't fight things, couldn't get access to a lawyer, couldn't get access to this and that because everything was shut down. And they took full advantage of that time to really, really gear things up. While we were in shutdown, they put our phone numbers in a call box, which was previously hardwired to a phone line in our apartments. They took all of our phone numbers without telling us and put it on our doorbell. So anybody could call us at any point of the day from any place in the USA, from wherever. If I have my phone on me and if I'm on vacation, say, not that it ever happened, but in Bermuda, and somebody wanted to get in the apartment complex, all they'd have to do is push a button, and now I'm gone, I'm away, and I have to let somebody into the apartment complex at say 3 o'clock in the morning in the wherever I am. Um, yeah, Yeah, it's not acceptable what they did. It's against my Fourth Amendment. What they violated, um, hugely. Everybody in this building and everybody, I think every building that they manage in the state got the same thing. If not at the same time, at least they've all been changed. They didn't ask us. They didn't tell us, "Hey, we're gonna put your no. Would you like us to put your number on this?" Uh, I talked with an ombudsman about, and I think it was July sometime, and told him they they uh they they needed to ask us. They're required to protect our information. Them putting our information on that box was a violation of our Fourth Amendment rights. Um, and about 2 months ago, two employees from from HUD, not Housing Authority, but HUD, went around with a clipboard, knocking on people's door, saying, would you like your number taken off the box?" They're trying to save face from people. Uh, they're not saying why, but they're just going around telling people, would you like your number taken off?" Um, Uh,
Wow.
I'm going to a lawyer on the 7th on this issue, and it's infuriating. It's infuriating. They had no right to do that. They don't think. There's been many times we've been without hot water, which is a requirement for them to maintain. During the pandemic, there was over 2 weeks that we were without hot water because they had parts break down. They didn't have the parts on hand. The maintenance man forgot to order the parts after they ran out of the parts, and we were without hot water for 2 weeks. Did they compensate us for the inconvenience of not having hot water?
Probably not, would be my
No,
guess.
they didn't even stipend our rent for not having hot water for that amount of time.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah, it was a major inconvenience and a violation of our tenants' rights for them to go that long without hot water. It's happened so many times, and they think they don't owe us money for doing that. They think they don't owe us money. I told them you should be compensating us for not having hot water because it's a required under the Tenants' Rights Act, and it's required in our lease, and they expect us to behave just so. Not talk to them just perfect and behave just so, but we can't do anything to protect ourselves. Oh, sorry, I got something crawling on my leg. Um, Stupid ant. But yeah, it's that hot water issue that should never happen. They never compensated us for anything of that. They don't seem to think they don't understand that we have rights. They don't understand just because they have policies. They think their policies override our citizens' rights as United States and our tenements' rights. You know.
Unfortunately, that happens a lot. Well, but I'm gonna cut it short right here. It's after 2, and
All right. Well, nice talking with you. Thanks for.
good talking with you too.
Yeah, I hope things go better for your dad, and he's in my prayers, and I hope things get better for you. I hope you can work things out with your counselor or whatever you're getting. I hope you can work things out. Take care.
All right. You too, buddy. Appreciate you.
Bye.
All right, guys, I'm gonna end it right here. Thank all of you for coming in. Y'all have a great night. Till next time, get out and find an adventure.